Warning! We are about to spoil Eden of the East episodes 5 through 8. If you haven't seen the show, then please go watch it. But if you have seen it, or you don't care, then continue to watch. But do watch it, it's a really good show.
Did we ever explain why we do the spoiler warning?
What?
No, because those people who are like, oh, well, a movie is 5 years old, so you should have seen it by now.
I always hated that too.
I do too.
That's a terrible excuse, honestly.
It is, because it's like, yeah, the movie came out 5 years ago. People are born every day, so not everyone's seen everything since the beginning of media.
No, exactly. Like, unless it's something that's been, like, heavily spoiled or, like, ingrained in pop culture history, like Luke, I am your father, like, everyone knows that twist. It's like, you don't tell someone what happens.
Actually, he doesn't say Luke.
Yeah, fuck off. But... No, I swear he said, no, Luke.
He doesn't.
Father. I swear to God he did.
Yeah, you'll swear to God all you want. It's not true.
Another case of Mandela symptom?
No, it's not Mandela effect. It's because parodies say, Luke, I am your father. And people remember parodies a lot more.
Yeah.
Or go off of other parodies, and thus... It's just, no, I am your father.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, because he's like, that's not... He's like, he never told you about your father. He's like, yes, he did. He told me you killed him. And then he goes, no, I am your father.
And I was like...
Yeah. Screams, gets his arm chopped off. It's just a bad day for Luke.
It is.
And welcome back to Cinema Roulette, and we are back today with the next batch of episodes from Eden of the East. A really good anime. I wouldn't say it's like one of my favorite animes. I don't know. It's still a really good anime. It's one of the earlier animes that I had seen. So
I'm here too.
It has a special place in my heart. And yes, Justin's here. He's along for the ride, and yeah.
All right. Yeah, so far it's really good.
Hell yeah. It was considered one of the best animes the year it came out, 2009. So yeah.
Wait, what year did it come out again?
2009, and it's beautiful for an anime that came out in 2009. So
I'm not 100% sure on this.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want an exact quote, but I know between like 2006 and whenever Attack on Titan came out.
I think Attack on Titan was like 12?
Yeah, I want to say 12.
Yeah.
That's a gray area for if people liked anime or... Like, there were good anime still.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when things were kind of dying down. And then, for better or for worse, Attack on Titan, most people say, kind of brought it back into limelight.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, there were good animes for a certain time. Black Lagoon was like, what, 06, 07?
Yeah, I think so. I think it might have been 04.
No,
that's when the manga came out. 06 is when the anime came out.
Yeah, I was going to say, so there were really good animes through that time, but it wasn't really mainstream until Attack on Titan.
Yeah, there were, and Gurren Lagann was like 07?
Was it that early? I think it was 07, actually, you're right. But... yeah, that was considered kind of the Dark Ages. Like, well, it wasn't the Dark Ages, but like...
Not a Dark Age, more just a meh age.
Yeah, it was waning down in popularity. And that's the thing that's ironic, is that, like, as much as I dislike both Dragon Ball Z and Attack on Titan, you have to respect them both in their respective time periods for kind of boosting anime into the mainstream and into its consciousness, because Dragon Ball, that soared in popularity in the 90s, and through that we got a lot of other good stuff. And then Attack on Titan also was responsible for the big resurgence then, because a lot of people liked it. I don't like the show, but
That is a story for another time.
That's
We
a
should
story
probably
for
get to
another
the show we were
Yeah.
supposed to talk about. Ian of the East.
But yeah, this was produced in that time period, and it's really fucking good. That was our point. Was basically our long-winded and, time-killing way of saying that.
Man, our episodes are usually at least half an hour, but we're trying to stretch for that 10 minutes already.
Gotta get that filler, man.
Gotta be able to put 6 ads on this video.
I don't do that. You know that. I hate people who do that.
Put more ads.
We gotta get that revenue that you're not eligible for yet because you don't have 10,000 subscribers.
Shit.
I think I'm almost to 500 though, which is amazing. And thank you guys for that, by the way, whoever subscribed.
Thanks,
to me.
Goober, for making multiple
We
accounts.
love you, Goober. So, anything you want to say before I go ahead with the synopsis?
No, I got nothing.
Okay, Justin's a bit tired tonight, so
I am.
yeah.
This is very true. But we need to record this now because we watched this like 2 days ago.
Yeah, so not too long ago, but we want to do it before our schedules, like the week starts catching up to us and our schedules conflict.
Yeah.
With that.
I
So,
have today off. So,
yeah,
we
I'm
can
glad
talk.
you had to take. Yeah, that's right, you did have to take off. Did you? I know it's a side note, but did you sleep well today?
fuck no.
Ah,
Woke up
I'm
at 5:30, but I was able to just look at the clock and go, nope, and fall back asleep for another hour.
That's good. So anyway, last time we left off, the doctor guy got killed by the excuse me, the supporter. And Kira was lamenting the fact that he was brought into this game and just, Mr. Outside is just this stupid guy. And so it opens with Akira just like looking at a fence, contemplating the state of things again. And he, at that time, he's just like, I fucking hate this game. This is so stupid, blah, 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 blah. And he's about to throw his phone into the ocean when he stops himself. And he realizes, wait a second, I probably shouldn't do that because if I lose my phone, I'm going to die. So I'm not going to do that.
She's like, oh, what?
Yeah. He basically realizes, he's like, wait, if I lose my cell phone, I'll get my throat slit by the supporter. Which I
I'm
love.
sorry, all I can imagine now is like a slapstick style where he goes to throw the phone, but still holds on, yet goes with the motion.
Yeah.
Like, just goes up and over the fence.
Phone like lands perfectly on the other side.
Yeah.
But yeah, right as he catches his phone, a guy comes by and he seems to recognize him. And he immediately sees him and just goes, "You dick!"
Which is usually how people talk to me, Bod.
But no, he recognizes him and he's like, wait a minute. He's like, what did you think you did to us? He's like, you sent us all to Dubai and is like, you basically left us there to fend for ourselves. You said it'd be a perfect land and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, wait, do I know you? And he realizes that, he genuinely doesn't know who he is because he thought he was playing dumb, but he's like, wow, you really don't remember, do you? He's like, no, basically he has amnesia. So,
Dark Descent.
yeah, shut up.
Never.
But yeah, so he does that and he catches up with him and he like offers him his bag with like food in it or something and then walks away. And then Akira just kind of goes, "What the hell just happened?"
Yeah, dude's like, well, it didn't go too badly. Met my girlfriend there. So that's cool. Here's some food.
Yeah, here's some food. Bye.
Why hand him food anyway?
I don't know. And
Like, was he just going to a grocery store and it's like, oh, that guy who sent me to Dubai. Here's my groceries, I guess.
It's like the guy who just handed Akira his pants. That's kind of never explained. I kind of assumed it was Juez's doing, but how do you do that?
No, it couldn't have been her. He didn't ask for it.
Because, I mean, you don't just usually hand someone your pants.
I mean, if they ask nicely, I guess.
I guess so.
No, I couldn't do that now. It's fucking cold here.
Depends on the weather.
Yeah. Like, if it's really drafty. Anyway.
Yeah. So, Akira, holds the bag in confusion. All of a sudden, he's like, wait a minute. Ah, shit, I forgot about Saki. I never responded to her text the other day, and he asked Juez to locate her. So, when he does, there's two other Selisaus who take notice, and they're like, oh, Akira's been doing stuff, so, let's just keep an eye on him, I guess. We're not going to do anything. Kind of foreshadowing. And, oh, there goes my mic. Hold on. Why are you falling?
Foreshadowing.
Hold on. Stay, would you?
Okay, I guess I will. I was gonna go get a drink.
I was just talking, and my mic kind of just slowly started moving down. I'm like, no, stay in place.
Your microphone's tired too. Ooh.
I'm assuming I should cut.
Probably. Bum, 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 tech.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. So, like I was saying, so he forgot about Saki and Juice goes to locate her, and meanwhile, Saki's preparing for her job interview, which, if you remember the previous episode, they said that Saki had to reschedule it due to the events that happened. So,
Dude, dang a spy.
Yeah. So basically, she goes in for the interview, and they asked her basically like, "What'd you think of the Careless Monday attacks?" And this dude's a total fucking dick about it. He's just like, oh, we wanted someone with a unique opinion or something like that. And then he's like, oh, but, well, you're here, you may as well take lunch. And so he's like, meet me for lunch in the cafeteria. So she waits in the cafeteria for about an hour, I think they say it is. And then someone comes by and it accidentally spills their soup on her. So she goes to the bathroom and she finds out that it wasn't an accident, that the CEO was a total dick and was like, yeah, he made the guy purposely go and spill coffee on her just to embarrass her. And so, of course, she's clearly upset about this, and her day's just been absolute shit. She goes outside.
Oh, wait, also, before this, she had a friend who was totally crushing on her, but is in the friend zone.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, hey, after your job interview, let's go get dinner.
Yeah.
He was like, okay.
Yeah, and this guy's, like, throughout the show, like, you could immediately tell as soon as he was there, like, telling Saki, it's like, this dude's gonna get friend zoned so hard.
Welcome to the friend zone.
Really much. And so that happens, and so Kira comes outside, and he takes her to go and, try to make her day better. And so as the guy's like crossing the road as this is going on, and as he's about to run to there, Akira drives by on his motorcycle, and he sees Saki on the back with Akira, and they kind of drive off. And this of course he's not happy about this, and so I'm trying to think here. And then it cuts to Akira and her like basically like talking about how shit her day was and blah 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 blah. And Akira's just kind of,
as Akira completely spaces out, it looks like
just stares off into the distance all moodingly. And I know, or moodingly, I don't think that's a word. All moody, I guess.
He tried.
But I know it's supposed to imply like he was like taking it in and listening, but it like kind of just looks like he's staring into space.
I know, but since he's kind of an idiot at times, it's like he may not be.
I wouldn't put it past him knowing him, yeah. And so she's there, she's on the verge of tears, and I think you were saying at this time too, just hug her. And then he just kind of, after she's done venting, he turns around, puts his face up to her, and then kisses her. It's like, aw.
He's like, just enjoy being unemployed. I will fix this.
It's basically like, I will take care of this. And so after that, it cuts to, I think it's Oshigi is how they pronounce it, because it's spelled a weird way. Like you say,
if you think I'm going to remember a name,
I'm not. I'm just saying they say it in the anime, and you think it's spelled. Oh, it's like Osagi. That's it, Osagi. So Osagi goes to a restaurant with his, he was supposed to do Arasaki, and he's there like with one of his friends from the club, which we don't know yet, but he's there with one of his friends, and he's like, dude, why'd you invite me on a date? And he's embarrassing himself all drunk. And he goes, and he starts to do an drunk. He's like, why do you have to go off road, man? Why was I wasting time with blah, 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 blah. And as he does this, the CEO that we saw earlier, and oh yeah, this episode opened with that, didn't it? It opened with the guy with his dick chopped off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to mention.
Really hard to forget something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just purged it from my memory because it was kind of fucked up. But...
Good. You won't see your birthday present coming.
Damn it, no. But okay, so go way back to the beginning of the episode. This episode opened, oopsie poopsies. Forgive us, please. It's been a long day for both of us. But at the end of the episode, there's this woman with blue hair, and we don't know who she is yet, but she's a cell is out clear. She opens her cell and she says, "Oh, Juice, I've done it again." And she's like killed. She's just like, "Yeah, I'd send the cleanup crew."
You ever just call up your agency mom and it's like, "Mom, I accidentally murdered someone by chopping off their dick."
Yeah, can you take care of the cleanup for me? I gotta go to work.
It's one of those days.
But yeah, it opens with that, and we find out in this episode that I forget if it was said in this one or the next one, but she turns out to be a serial killer called the Johnny Hunter. And
I think that's the next episode, because this ends with
her finding him in the alley. So yeah. And the next after that horrible cliffhanger where it's like, yeah, you're probably dead, dude. The Eden of the East, I think it opens with him like taking pictures of the apple, and then it cuts away to the Eden of the East Club. And excuse me. And it's that leftover Chinese from earlier. Whew, that was good. But I know.
So happy to know that.
You're welcome, dude. You're welcome. Had some General So's. It's good. But
not spawned.
Not what?
Not sponsored.
No, this is not sponsored by Hang Young Kitchen in North Canton, Ohio. No, not sponsored at all. But so Saki returns because she her clothes are all messed up and stuff. She goes back to Eden of the, because I think Akira dropped her off at her sister's house or whatever, where the member of the club was, and she needed to change of clothes, so she just dresses up in her, I guess, one of her what's it called? Workout suits or whatever, sweatsuit.
She goes to her friend's house and and borrows one of her clothes. The tech girl, I can't remember her name.
Yeah. So excuse me, I'm saying that a lot. I'm saying so. But
take a shot every time Cameron says "so" if you don't like your liver.
I was gonna say, if you want to go into, I don't know where I was going with that. I had a joke, but I lost it.
It's gonna go somewhere.
Saki goes back and they talk about Eden of the East, and we actually find out what Eden of the East is. So there's this club, and it has Saki, and Osage is a member of the club too, and we find out all the other members. There's a guy with the glasses who's the main one. There's the tech girl, and then there's the older woman who's very she has a very
all with very memorable names, as you can tell.
Yes, that's the thing about them is I know all the characters when I see them. The character designs are really well done. It's like, oh, you're the cool, intelligent leader. You're the cougar who thinks about sex and partying, and you're Saki's easy to remember. You're the tech girl, and you're the weird guy who hides in the cupboard. But I know your name's...
I call the one who hides in the cupboard Token Nerd, but that's fair. That's just me.
Yeah, I'm just saying, their names aren't too memorable. Like Akira Takizawa, they say that a lot, so that's easy to remember. And Saki's easy because, Saki. But...
Because anytime you see how her life is going, you want to drink.
So they're meeting up about what to do with Eden of the East, basically. And I think this is where, Saki said she made a deal with Akira, and they want to go to the mall and check it out. And I'm going to have to run along here, because we're only on episode 2 out of 4, and I don't want to just...
Yeah, we need to hurry this up.
So Eden of the East is an app that scans people's faces and, basically tells
you... Well, it can scan anything.
Yeah, anything, dogs, objects, faces, places, things. And it'll tell you what it is. And it'll tell you what it as. Thanks, Brain. It'll tell you what it is. And, it's this really cool app, but we find out later after they go meet Akira that they ran into legal trouble, and they need funding for the app, and Akira's willing to fund them. So they make a deal with Akira, and they become business partners, and then this is when they find out that their friend has been kidnapped by the Giant Hunter. And so episode 7, called Black Swan Dances, I think, or The Flight of the Black Swan, I think it was.
Why you gotta make it a black thing?
God damn it. But... This episode is where tension starts to pick up, and we go back to the plot about their friend being kidnapped by the Johnny Hunter. So it turns out the friends have been posting images to the forum, and they use that forum to go and track him. And like Akira, through Juice, actually goes and like tracks this person and all that. But as he's going on his way to get same from a Johnny Hunter, a truck explodes, and a truck crashes in front of him, and it's an attempt by her to like try and kill Akira. And
that's because he tried to stop her.
Yeah, he tried to stop her, and then he slides underneath the truck and gets hurt pretty badly, and then saves the truck driver before the truck explodes. And then he's like, okay, you want to play dirty? Fine, that's how you do it. So she's been staying at a hotel for the past year, basically just paying for her room and stuff. And basically, she's there just basically incognito because, no one checks where a hotel is, and she's a big CEO. But turns out that Akira just bought the hotel, forcing her to try to leave. and then she ends up buying it back for, I think, like double or like $500,000 more at the price or whatever. And so she goes up and she goes to torture this guy, and Akira's, I guess, right on her tail. And as this is happening, he called Saki and left the line open, so Saki's tracing them too. He goes up and he finds the guy, and he basically talks to the Johnny Hunter, and he talks to her a little bit, trying to delve into her psyche. And how many times did I say he talks to her? Maybe 3 times.
It's the most casual fucking conversations with a serial killer.
Because it's all tense. Like he actually ends up breaking down the door, trying to save the guy, and he's like, I managed to get in, but I think I threw out my shoulder juice. Which I like that. I like that Akira actually gets hurt when shit happens to him. Like, he's not invincible. Like, he goes under a truck and obviously hurts, his side starts bleeding. Then he barges in knocks down to Orthal's force and throws out his shoulder. I like how he's just kind of an idiot at times. Yeah, it's great. His personality is fantastic. But yeah, he goes in and it's kind of just this, it's oddly casual talk with her. And he's just like, Yeah, like the guy she wants to kill is just on the floor. Yeah, she was literally about to chop his dick off. And he's just there like, so why do you do it, you know? Yeah, he kind of goes, he's like, I'm here to save him, but, why do you do this? Yeah, man, you want to sit down and talk about your life a little bit? See the new Star Wars? Yeah. You've clearly been hurt by men in the past. I'm going to play psychiatrist. Maybe you've never been loved by a good man. Oh, we'll talk about that in a minute. They had 2 whole options on where they were going to go with that line, and I hated either option. Yeah, that was not well written, if I'm being 100%. Anyway, let's get the summary done, we'll come back. So what happens is, after this happens, Akira is about to love her, and then just passes out in his arms. Saki comes in. Yeah, from his injury of the car crash earlier. And so Saki comes in. She's like, what did you do to him? And she's like, he's fine, treasure of a moment. And then she just grows wings. The window shatters and she flies away. With the victim, who she says is not their friend, it's some rapist. She takes off. It turns out, I think the guy stole his bag or something like that. But turns out that she removes his mask. It's not the guy. And she just flies away with him. Like, she drops him, picks him up, and just flies away. And then zooms in on the phone like, pay for the grand illusion or whatever. I'm just going to say, as someone who has watched magicians since they were a kid, no. All I can think of is the Styx song, "Welcome to the Grand Illusion." Come inside. Anyway, but all you Styx fans out there, everyone who's not a music critic, you know what I'm talking about. No one gets that joke. No, anyway. But those few who do, we love you. So after that, it's revealed that Akira, it actually opens with another iteration where like she flies out the window, because I guess that actually like did happen, but Akira was kind of like half knocked out, kind of listening to it, and so he has this creepy vision of her flying away with Johnny or something. It's like, no, Johnny, or something like that, and then just wakes up in a panic. Oh yeah, the weird skeleton thing appears again. Yeah, Johnny appears again, and then he wakes up in a panic, and he's on his couch in the mall, and Saki had tended to his wounds. And so we find out obviously it wasn't him. He was like, and after that it wasn't him that went to the alley, or it might have been him, but he was invited to a drinking party and his bag was stolen by the guy, which caused a misunderstanding. I think
Words. Come on, we
trying
can do this.
To think, I know. It's just there's several things I want to talk about. I'm just trying to figure out how to organize them in my head. It's revealed that Takizawa had another cell phone that he found in the mall, and he's trying to see if anyone knows how to fix it. And this was after he did the deal, like he offered to fund them. Basically, he's part of Eden of the East now. And they suggest he goes and visits a guy named Pants, who's this genius computer hacker guy. And they're like, he can probably fix your cell phone and all that. But he's a very eccentric genius. Because the reason he's called Pants is because a long time ago, he lost his only pair of pants. Like, they flew out the window. And so his solution to that was to just stay inside forever.
It was his only pair of pants.
It was his only pair of pants, which that whole thing is just hilarious.
That's a funny little setup.
Yeah. So they go to see Pants, and this whole time, what happened? There's two different plots. There's that plot with Pants, and then the B plot is Osagi. He takes a picture of Akira. He sees Akira and Saki walking. He takes a picture of him, and it turns out that in the Eden of the East, he's not recognized. And he's basically like, "Who is this guy?" And a bunch of guys come back to him. It's like, "Oh, this guy's this guy or this guy, Akira, and like Hayuzaki or something like that." And he's a bunch of different names, and so he's like, he's freaking out about this, and he goes and stumbles upon the mall, and he calls like the club later on. He's like, "Oh, you gotta find this Akira's a bad dude, blah 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 blah." And so they go to Pants, and Pants likes women, so that's why Saki and the tech girl came along. And so he's like, "Oh, yo, go buy something." And Akira's like, if you want to find out the truth about it, because he's like this rebel online or something, trying to find the truth about the media. And Akira was there, so he lets him in because of his connections. And it ends with basically Pants just going, "You like, oh, so you know about all that, blah blah blah," and Osage going, bad guy," and that's the cliffhanger it ends on. So that was the end of that. So that was the group of episodes, and I know that's a long-winded explanation, but gotta get through it somehow. So thoughts?
Do penguins actually have knees, or?
You
meant about the show?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
That was good. I applaud you for that.
I want to go to the one scene where, when he's doing his fucking psych evaluation of the serial killer.
Yeah.
Because there was two ways that conversation was going to go. And because he goes by the idea of, "Oh, a man must have hurt you in the past to make you act like this, and you just haven't found the right man."
Yeah, and the way he puts it is, you haven't been loved by the right, or you haven't found a Johnny that really loved you.
I thought they were either going to do that, or they were going to do a transgender sort of thing.
Oh, really? Like where?
Which would have been far worse. It made me more angry, honestly.
No, yeah, I'm glad they didn't go that route, if I'm being honest.
It's like, because I swear that's been a twist somewhere, and I can't think of where I saw it, though.
Where someone cuts off penises because they're trans?
Well, someone is a murderer because they're a man trapped in a woman's body. I guess Silence of the Lambs technically, but...
Yeah, technically, but you're thinking of another one that probably did.
I'm thinking of something worse. Yeah. It was like a really shitty early 2000s or 90s horror movie.
Oh, really? Okay.
It might have been Cherry Falls. No, that's because of different reasons. Cherry Falls is a terrible movie. Do not look into that.
Yeah. Don't think
I'm telling you this now.
I don't think anyone even remembers Cherry Falls.
I have it on VHS. That's how well it's known.
Damn.
I think I got it at a thrift store when I was a kid. But that's besides the point. That is probably my... second most hated part of the show.
I'm assuming the other one's about Osuke, that whole side plot.
Yeah.
So go ahead with that.
Because Osuke, if he does not do anything important for the rest of the show, he is such an annoying character. It's like, who is Akira? Why is he he can't be trusted. This is terrible. It's like, dude, he's fine.
Like, the thing is, like, I get earlier on he needed to be there, like, to add tension, like, to for drama and for character stuff like that. But, like, yeah, at this point in the show, he's kind of, all he's doing is just putting a wrench in things, honestly. It does.
I don't trust Akira.
Yeah.
You mean the guy who literally went to a hotel, broke down the door, and talked to a serial killer to try and save what he thought was you?
Yeah, I was gonna say, by the way, thanks for saving my life, putting yourself in grave danger just to do it.
Thanks for trying that, even though it wasn't me.
Yeah, right?
Thanks for funding my friend's business.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fucking dick.
But no, you're a bad person. I want to get dirt on you because I'm jealous.
You took my woman who was never actually mine.
Yeah, they say in the show that she basically brushed off all his put-ons earlier on.
Please get out of this show and go back to your nice guys forum on Reddit. Thanks.
Oh, shit. But yeah, no, I like looking at this again, it does feel a little bit forced. So
it's not even that I like hate the romance or anything of the show, because I think Saki and Akira make a really cute little couple.
Yeah.
Especially with how ditzy both of them can be.
Yes. Yeah. Like you said, he is kind of like a less like he is a little bit like Archer, like not really, but like the way he's just kind of like, fuck it, it'll probably work out if I do this.
This will probably work. Oh, was this also the one where he got to do the say uncle thing by accident?
Yes. There's one where he like just because it's a figure of speech. I think it means like to spill the beans, right, or something like that, like getting someone to.
Well, the way he was putting it, you've never had like a cousin put an arm back until you say uncle.
Oh yeah.
That's what he was referring to.
He was more like strong, like forcing them to tell the truth or something. Yeah. But yeah, he's like, man, with this rate, I could probably get the prime minister to say uncle. And Juice is like, command, done. He's like, wait, what? And there's like a conversation on the TV, and the other minister's going like, what about the Selasau? There are reports that blah blah blah. And he just guts up the mic and goes, uncle. It's a great scene.
Which, that cost him 60 yen, apparently.
Yeah, like that's what one of the other Selasaus looked at his records. He's like, that only cost him 60 yen? Damn.
Well, no, I'm more mad that costs anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they had to get his right-hand man to tell him what to say somehow. Maybe they had to pay him $60. I don't know.
Well, I mean, they have enough power in the world to give, what was it, 5 billion yen? No, 10 billion.
10 billion
right?
to each Selasau, which is 13 different people.
Yeah.
12? 11? 12. Something like that. Either way, that's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, they have enough power for that, and to basically seemingly have assassins all over the damn place for whenever needed.
Yeah. You just have to say, hey, Juice, kill these guys, and just point at them and go bang. That's all you have to do. I
mean, the truck was shot out on a empty highway by a sniper or something.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, it didn't look like there were any... No, there were buildings nearby, because we get a lower street view later when they're stuck in traffic.
Yes.
Where they're just like snipers on roofs everywhere?
I guess so. I don't know.
Maybe they have mined bullets. Who knows?
Yes. There's just an elite squad of snipers just on standby. They're like, okay, your turn. Go there. Okay.
No, they're just integrating in society, and there's just one guy who was sitting in the office and they call, hey, shoot this truck out. He reaches into a filing cabinet, pulls out a 50 cal.
Yeah! Like, gets that ridiculous.
Just, oh, god damn it.
But yeah, and again, that is the thing I love about the show, is it mixes humor, the balance between humor and the more serious and sinister moments is still done really well. Like, it doesn't feel out of place.
Yeah, there's never too hard of a, oh, look at this funny moment. All these children are dead.
Yeah, like, there's no, like, hard shifts like that, no. Like, the pacing and, like, they know, like, how long to let a joke go and, like, when to put it and when not to put it. basically. So
Yeah.
they use that really well. That's one of the things the series does best, and that's why I can never quite pin down its tone, because it's a thriller and it has some like tense and like kind of fucked up moments at times. But at the same time, it's not really super heavy. It's more of like a lighter show. Honestly, that's the thing. So
Lighthearted thriller.
I guess so, which you wouldn't think would be a thing, but yeah. So
Also, this may be because we binge about 4 to 5 episodes every time we sit down to watch this, but this show really flows together.
Yeah, which can be seen as both a good thing and a bad thing, as Justin can see for some people. Like, I don't see it as a problem at all. I think it's fine. Like, I think
it's fine too,
yeah. But I explained to him, like, that's not really a type of show. It's more of like a serialized show, which is like basically one flowing narrative and as opposed to an episodic show, which is just every episode there's an A plot, B plot that's resolved. Basically, like, there's an overarching plot, but there's also a plot that's also solved every episode. There's a thing that happens, basically. Like Trigun or something is a lot more episodic.
Yeah, or Gravity Falls.
Yeah, Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls definitely just has some episodes for episode reason.
Yeah.
What was it? But yeah, sometimes the reason Cameron does most of the recap is because, one, he's able to look up the recaps on Wikipedia. I can't, because that might spoil something.
Well, and two, I've seen the show. This is my third time seeing through the show, so I remember.
Yeah, this is your third time watching. It honestly is hard to remember which episode happened where. I know what's happening. It's hard to be like, oh yeah, episode 5 is when this happened, then episode 6 is when this happens.
Yeah. Yeah, which is fine, so.
It's fine. He's fine. It's fine.
We love you, Lindsay.
God, how many references have we thrown into this series that no one will get?
I have no idea, except for like very specific target audiences. I have no idea, dude.
Isn't that our idea for movies anyway?
What?
From us making movies, we're making for very specific audiences. If anyone else watches, it's just kind of a win-win.
I guess so, yeah.
You
were saying more about the flowing, or was there somewhere you're going with?
No, I'm done the flowing. I'm trying to think of one other thing. Oh, the person who stopped Akira?
Which one?
The one who was like, yo, you threw me in Dubai, motherfucker.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, since, I don't know, they still haven't revealed 100% why he's done it. At least we know he didn't kill 2,000 people, was it?
Yeah, the NEETs is what they call them. But yeah.
Also, geez, how cheap is a flight to Dubai if he could send 2,000 people there and not be out of money?
Yeah, exactly. Like how he got them there is unknown. But we just know that there were a shit ton of people in that mall. And
I'm going to assume cargo planes.
And we initially thought that he killed them all, but it's revealed that, like, yo, you sent us all to Dubai. So
also, they're not really missing if they seem okay in society. That's also the weird part.
Yeah, like, he was able to get integrated into society pretty well before he recognized Akira. It's like, oh, wait, yo, you didn't check up on us, asshole. You just left us there.
Then again, I guess he's the only one that said they were missing. There was never anyone who was like, the 2,000 who went missing a year ago or whatever.
Yeah, well, no, they do say that. I think in the Eden of the East Club, they say, like, this might have something to do with the 20,000 NEETs that disappeared or something like that. Someone says that. Someone says that. Someone said that, I think, in the last batch of episodes.
Oh, yeah, I think it was the detective.
Yeah, shit. Like, this might have something to do with that case or something like that, so.
So, wait, no one... But they... Okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
I'm going to... Me conspiracy theorying, since I'm the one who has not seen the show. He sent them all away somehow to do the casual Monday attack.
Careless Monday.
Careless Monday? Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
The Careless Monday attacks. But whoever the fuck Johnny is, he was either a part... The skeleton he keeps seeing in his dreams, he was somehow a part of this and died because of it, which is why he wiped his memory to lose the guilt of killing Johnny. or something of that nature.
Okay.
And also, or Johnny is the one that did the final Monday attack that we saw at the beginning of the show that killed a bunch of people.
Second careless.
Well, not a bunch. It killed. No, there were only 3 survivors. Never mind. Yeah, it killed a bunch of people.
Yeah, because she said, "Oh, there were actually deaths this time." So, and didn't you say too? One of your theories was that he sent them away so they wouldn't get hurt on the careless Monday attacks? Yeah. You got to thinking now, don't you?
I got that thinking bug.
Hell yeah. That's not a bug, man. That's just you. That's just good.
Yeah, that's probably my 2 cents on this batch of episodes.
So
if you got anything to say
so far, yeah, no, nothing really. So, like I said, I don't really have any other thoughts other than it's good, and I agree with your sentiments. So, I know that's a little bit lame. Again, we're kind of going Gravity Falls again, where it's like, oh yeah, it's good, but.
Well, I will say this, which this sounds more negative than it is. Because it doesn't impact the show in any way for me. But the animation is just fine. Like, it's the usual quality I expect from anime, but it doesn't seem too stylized, honestly.
No, that's the thing. Like, the animation is still really good. Like, but it's not, like, yeah, it's not super stylized. It's very, like, natural, like you said.
Yeah, besides their ability to put sort of a joke anime faces and mix it into the art style well.
Yeah.
There's nothing much that makes me go like, wow, sort of thing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I see what you're saying. Like the animation is still really good, and there are a lot of really gorgeous scenes. Like there was the one at the beginning when they were on the boat, like the nighttime sky was pretty, and like when he was driving down the highway and the reflection thing. But yeah, no, it's not super like stylized. Like there's no harsh shadows or anything like that. So
yeah, and like the editing, there isn't going to be. I don't think with this show there's going to be much like stylistically that I'm going to remember. Like, oh yeah, that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Like, yeah, like I said, the animation stressing this still good, but it's not made to look like, oh, it's pretty or something like that. It's more done like in a straightforward style.
Yeah, if you took a snapshot from this show and put it next to some other ones, it might be hard to tell. I'm trying to think of examples. Maybe a couple episodes of Durarara,
where they just kind of don't stylize anything. It's more straightforward.
Yeah, well, more like a morning shot from Durarara in the city.
Gotcha.
I need to put Durarara on the wheel at some point. That was such a good fucking show.
Please don't. I want to watch it.
Yeah, and I wanted to watch any of these. I had to wait.
Fair.
Don't worry, you won't have the DVDs sitting on your shelf. They're fucking $200.
Yeah, it's out of print, so which sucks.
Thanks, Amniplex, you fucks.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Funimation owns them.
Did they buy? I think they did because they have done they've released a lot of shows on Blu-ray. I've noticed that like that on the back or in the beginning have the Aniplex logo. Like they bought it out from Aniplex.
Isn't Trigun Amniplex? Hold on.
I don't think so. I think that's Funimation. I don't think it was.
Wait a second. Anime Classic.
But do you want to end the show before you do that? Because
nope.
We're going off. Okay. All right.
It doesn't say on the back. Okay. Anyway. Let's end the show now.
All right. So, yeah, that was Eden of These. Again, really good and still highly recommended. It's a very entertaining anime. So
again, I don't want to say this, but I think the middle of a series is usually the episode you could skip of these because this is where kind of everything is more set up and we don't have much to say yet.
Yeah, there is the tent scene with them hunting down the Johnny Hunter, but there isn't anything with like the main overarching plot with like who's Akira, what has he done. I hope they play with the idea more of being able to do anything with money.
Because just him buying the hotel and kicking everyone out is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that was great. We were laughing at that. So,
Also, really, it's only like 1,000,000 yen, I think it was, to buy the whole hotel.
no, I think it was $1 billion.
It might have been, but okay. If it, so that's half his money gone.
Well, not half. He has $10 billion.
No, because he was only down to 2 billion. Remember?
Was he?
Yeah, at the beginning of the show, he's down to like 2.5 billion, I think.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I think it was $1 billion.
Or it might have been 5 billion. I forget.
I think it was like 5 or something like that.
I know he wasn't at the full 10.
No. But yeah, so.
But yeah, I kind of want them to play with that idea more. I think there's some comedic and cool stuff you can do with it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because they've already done some comedic things with it. But yeah, it'd be great if they do. I forget, honestly. It's been a little while since I've seen it, so.
Plus, we'll still have. Wait, will the movies take up two? Yeah, we said the movies will take up TV episodes when we get to them, right?
Yeah, because we technically have 3 more parts to this. There's finishing up the series, which is the last 5 episodes. And then there's the first movie, and then the second movie.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Do you want to say?
What?
Okay.